What are you doing? What's the meaning of this?
Nice.
Victory was hard won, but we did it. Ruin's lands blown to ash.
Wedding preparations in full bloom.
What can I get for you? This could be very useful. Wise of you to stock up. Nothing else?
I'm off. Be well, friend.
My lord.
Thank you. May this feast set a spirited tone.
Just like you to keep a king waiting at his own wedding.
Yet I arrived in the end.
A part of me worried you wouldn't.
I told you I would see you crowned, and now here we are.
Without you, I'd be dead. Another wasted hope for East Anglia.
You look good, Oswald. Like a man about to marry a more powerful woman.
Do I? Because I'm nervous as hell.
Of all the battles a man can fight, the war against himself is the hardest to win.
I hereby name you man and wife, and as man and wife, I name you... Oswald of Elmenham, first of his name, the rightful king of East Anglia, with his lady Valdis, soul, fist, and beauty of this land.
You've done it, steward. A king now sits on the throne of East Anglia.
Don't leave yourself out of this song. We did it together.
Back to your dreams, then, of fire and Helheim.
I lost my way some time ago. Hard to say when. I don't want to be here. I never did. This was Halfdan's dream. He ordered me to see it through. In my dreams, I'm sailing, remember? Wind in my beard, salt on my lips. I want that life again. Whether or not I find it, only time will tell. Until then, let us feast, drink, and forget our pain!
Eivor! Care for a challenge?
La, that be dog!
Eivor! Wolf-kissed, gaze upon my pots. They stand so strong. Unbreakable at this distance, no?
They are not, Brothir. My arrows shatter whatever target they strike.
Even after draining so much meat, succeed and you shall be rewarded.
Keep your eyes open long enough to witness this, you drunken lout.
That's it.
As with everything, an easy task for the wolf-kissed.
Ah, barely a challenge.
Impressive. Impressive. Here as promised. Now go enjoy the party.
Skål, Ivor! Let's have a drink.
Your fist is without ale. Let us address that.
Surely a special kind of metal is required for drinking before the new king?
A metal not unlike your own.
To Odin and his endless glories!
And the new king of East Anglia. May his reign be long and good. Not bad, Wolf-Kissed. I wager you couldn't drink more than me if you tried.
A fool's wager.
A challenge nonetheless. What say you?
I will drink you under the table.
Confident, are you? Let us see how you fare against the ale beast of East Anglia. And we'll make it interesting. Put your silver where your mouth is. What say you?
Silver, such tiny ambition. Do it for the skulls that will sing songs of our superior bellies.
Then let our guts live forever in their tails. Come, let the making of a legend begin.
Skull. Is that what you say? Yes, to celebrate. Skål! Drink more.
This ale is strong, Brodir.
But I am stronger. Better luck next time, Wolf-Kissed.
Look there! Thinner on the roof!
The boar represents fertility. Did you know that?
As does Freya. What's your point?
You impress me, Eivor. Your battle wisdom, your strength of character, skilled in so many ways. Yet I wonder, is there any skill of mine that I could impress upon you?
Even a fool has something to teach, whether they are aware of the lesson or not.
Hey. But I could show you how to wield my plow sword.
Sheath your plow sword, Brodir. I'm not interested.
You thought... No. No. I wasn't serious. Come on now. Drink and be merry.
Well ahead of you, friend.
Wait, did you hear? Did my brother just call me? I think he... You know I should go. Brother!
The road to Valhalla does not run that way, Finir.
He's been up there a while.
These are the moves of Elman.
Eivor! Some sweet wine for a sweet swine? Come join me! The Saxon god wanders somewhere up here, does he not? I haven't seen him.
They like to say he moves with mystery.
Look! The moon! It moves on trouble now. But one day it will be eaten by a giant wolf and the nights will be black forevermore.
Are you all right?
I've tasted glory once again. And it was good.
I'm glad to hear it. Now...
I always felt like Skoll or Hati. Chasing and trying to fulfill Halfdan's wishes. But now I've caught my sun and moon. I've got them and I don't know.
You can let them go. Sail to a further shore.
My longship's in Valhalla. Don't you remember? Firestarter.
Come on. Let's get you to solid ground.
Everything's spinny. You're very strong.
You're very large.
Sorry for this, Eivor. I've had one last glory. I should be happy. I am happy. Thank you.
It need not be the last.
Not the last.
Enough fun and games. I should see how Oswald is doing.
Eivor, I'm about to address our guests, and I'd like you to be there.
It's been a worthy ceremony so far.
And have you had enough fun yet?
I'm ready to hear you address your kingdom.
Good. Come, join me. Friends, honored guests, we've pushed through hard times. It seems like all we've known is loss and suffering. But it is not conflict that binds us. It is compassion. May we always favor compassion, even when our enemies refuse its boon. So, to my Dane friends and neighbors, I give thanks for the bravery you have shown during our collective struggles. And for my fellow Christians, may we continue standing as examples of our Lord's grace. Lights in the dark. I see East Anglia's future right here, right now, in all of you, Dane and Saxon alike. To our future.
Still a bit soft on insults, but the king has courage.
And to Eivor, without whom none of this would have been possible.
On behalf of East Anglia, let this ring be proof of our loyalty to the Raven clan and all they have done for us today.
Would you have any words of wisdom for us?
Oswald, you would not have been my first choice as king, nor my second. I thought you weak, bendable, without resolve. But not all men are as they first appear. I came to see that Oswald's heart is amongst the largest I've ever known. He is sturdy, he has wisdom, and he has courage. All qualities of a man worthy to be king. He is the king East Anglia deserves, and the king you need. To the good King Oswald!
To Oswald!
Skoll!
Skoll!
Scorn! Okay, everyone, the bridal race starts now. Remember, you all have to lose to the bride and groom. Steady all, and ready yourself for the wedding race. The king and his bride against all.
My king!
The sheep you left to guard me have been shorn.
Oswald! King of sheep fuckers! Show your eyes! I challenge you.
I accept.
No square, only sweat and blood.
He may be wounded, but don't let your guard down.
Let's settle this.
I will bury you, Saxon. I'll take all that is yours.
Should a king show mercy to one so malevolent? So cruel? I'll not give you the satisfaction of a good death, for my god forbids such cruelty. Therefore you are outcast. From this moment on.
You have won. My life is yours.
Your life is God's. Now go! Leave my kingdom and never return!
I do not understand this Saxon religion. Oswald is a coin. One side mercy, the other courage. There are few like him, I'll admit. Saxon or Dane.
Such a strange display. Courage and restraint like I've never seen. With all that's happened, with all the chaos Rued wrought, still, Oswald found reason to spare him.
It's a strange thing.
A remarkable thing. From what inner spring does such kindness run? I'd like to know. With my duty here fulfilled, I now choose East Anglia. I fight for you, my king.
Rise, old friend. You're embarrassing me.
Be well, Finnir. Your choice is a bold one. You continue to surprise Oswald of Ilmenham.
Thank you, Eivor. When we first met, I made an oath. I promised you an alliance.
You did.
You'll have it, so long as I draw breath.
Until next time, King. Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news. Oh, look at you two. Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting? Looks like I have a new letter.
Randvi, I demand that this matter be settled here and now.
Have patience, Rowan. There is a time and a place for such disputes.
Rowan, please! This is pointless and absurd. If you were able to see what I have done with the Rowan, please! This is pointless and absurd. If you were able to see what I have done with the
Randvi, I beg you, silence this fool.
Please. Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Robbed is a pointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A Philly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed—
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump, without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will—
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifur's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tale. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan admitted.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting after some wish?
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass, and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
I want to see the Alliance map. I have changed my mind. I should go.
Good day, Eivor. While you were away, your Jómsvíkingar helped to serve other Jarls. Here is the tribute they earned.
I would like to reorganize the crew.
Done?
I will see you later, friend.
I'll follow you, Eivor, to glory and Valhalla!
Join me. Together we'll force open the doors of the All-Father's Hall. I would like to reorganize the crew.
Found who you needed?
I must take my leave. So long. You seem sad, Gunnar.
I am. Sven was a good friend to me over the years.
I know. I'm sorry I was not here to send him on his way. He was loved.
That he was. But suppose we honor him best by keeping the clan going. Anyhow, you probably need something, eh?
May I see your stores?
All my pieces are good, but that one's very good. Look at how powerful it is now. You have a keen eye for quality. Well. Ready for battle.
I have to go. See you soon.
May they sing of your deeds. And my craftsmanship.
Tovi.
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Tovi, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed. Sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty. Not like in our stories.
Life is not a story, Toby. It is a fractured shout, unguided by verse. Most of us meet untidy ends. If we knew the shape of our stories before we lived them, we would hardly attempt to live them.
I would have given anything for another day with Sven. Even a wordless one. He was not ready to go. Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Toby. And know you are valued. When I close my eyes, Sven, I see your designs on the arms of the gods.